Billy, Haley Berry beat Ringy Dink, Daily Princess.
Night Secret Man covered. Longro's little brother Niello hits the front. Oh, I think he's some horse in the making. It's Niello beating Dorquier. Brown launch for never. Shamika the inside still in front. Bella Corona can't get her at the moment, followed by How Funny. Shamika is hanging on. Yep, she's home. Shamika has beaten Bella Corona and Soak Up the Sun. 100 to go. He's a length in front. Untouchable is coming at him. Niello the outside. Exceed and Excel is pulling out enough. And Exceed and Excel will win it.
That is the trophy that awaits in the world's richest two-year-old stake. The richest for two-year-olds is the Amy Golden Slipper. And the number one weight for age mile and a half test, the Group 1 BMW. Look at the crowd all focused on the racetrack. 90 seconds until start time. And they have crunched Northerly on course to the exclusion of all others. The tote odds you're seeing across all tabs, value compared to what they're betting on course. Let's look ahead to Cheltenham. Helenas with tote support, whereas on course it's been a noted drifter. Isle of Gibraltar from Barraba Road and Modor, one of the equal third picks, 10-2, 1 and 3 equal. Let's set the scene for the Group 1 BMW with Ian Craig.
Righto, thank you, Brendan. And they're at the barrier stalls for the BMW for 2003. And Northerly, very, very well backed. And as Chris joins us now, Northerly better on the tote in New South Wales, $1.60, shorter than that in the ring. And he is expected to win. Looking at the betting on track here, he's been very, very well supported. Second pick is Republic Lass. Helenas an easing third favourite in the ring. I noticed Northerly in his preliminary, he wanted to really grab hold of the bet, and he took off, and he ended up near the 1,000 metres, the reverse way, of course, and one of the clerks went along to make sure that there was no dramas, but he did want to work a bit keenly in that prelim. Anyway, they're moving in. Henderson Bay is there. Helenas is right. St Reems moves up. So number one, $1.60. Northerly, just repeating as our radio audience links in, shorter in the ring. Previous of the day, won by Hebe Reby. Number 4, Craig Carmody beat 3, We're Dancing, 2, Early Bird, and 6, Barbarouse. Now I've got 2 to load here at the 2400 for the BMW. Saintly paraded prior to the running of one of the big races here, the BMW. He looks well too in a presentation to Bart Cummings. Actually 3 out of line. Helenas along with Republic Lass and Northerly. He got a big hand when he went onto the track, Northerly. Now, Helenas, what's happening here? A little reluctant to go up. Now they've got Helenas all the way. Northerly moves into his posse. And here's Glenn Boss bringing Republic Lass to stall number 7. And before a very, very large Rosehill crowd, the field in the BMW is about to depart the 2400 metre stalls. Ready now. Not quite, no. There was a little bit of a problem with Helenas. Started, climbs the stand, presses the button, and there they go. Northerly away quickly. Likewise, Helenas and Henderson Bay, but St Reems is going to lead. And as they race down to the 200 on the first occasion, St Reems a half length on Northerly. 2 lengths to Helenas around Henderson Bay, a couple of lengths Republic Lass. 2.5 to National Treasure, a half length on the outside Freemason. They canter past the judge with a lap to go, and the New Zealand 3-year-old St Reems leads the way. 3/4 of a length on Northerly. Third is Henderson Bay. Helenas Helenus fourth, followed by Freemason. Beatman's going to go round them on Freemason now. And as they work to the side and come along towards the crossing at the 1800, and Freemason goes to the lead a length and a half to 2 lengths Northerly and St Reems. 3 lengths further back is Helenus, followed by Henderson Bay. Second last Republic Lass, and last is National Treasure. Freemason in front at the 1600 corner, but I refer to Patrick Payne on Northerly, is not going to let Darren Beatman on Freemason have the terms to suit himself. And as they work to the back of the track at the 1400, it's Freemason showing the way, about a length and a quarter on Northerly, 5 or 6 lengths St Reems, another 4.5 Helenus. On its inside Henderson Bay, 3 Republic Lass and 2 lengths to National Treasure. 1200 to go in the BMW. They've gone more than halfway now, and the leader Freemason, but Northerly is in close attendance. 6 lengths St Reems, another 3 lengths to Helenus, followed by Henderson Bay Niggled. Republic Lass is second last and be spotting the leaders, about 12 lengths, and another 4 lengths to National Treasure. Well, Northerly is really serving it up to Freemason, and as they head to the 800 marker, Freemason's only a neck on Northerly, 6 or 7 lengths to St Reems, 2 to Helenus on the outside of Henderson Bay, a length and a half Republic Lass, and 3 lengths to National Treasure. By golly, these two are having a duel. 550 to go, and Northerly on the outside, and Freemason hammer and tong. 6 lengths on St Reems, a length and a half Helenus. Republic Lass, followed by Henderson Bay and National Treasure. Around the corner, and at the 400, Northerly. Payne's got him under the whip. He's got his head in front from Freemason. Republic Lass is closing in now. They've gone berserk in front, Northerly and Freemason. Republic Lass is running off the track. 150 to go. Freemason fights back from Northerly. Republic Lass, Freemason ahead in front. Northerly's lifting. Freemason and Northerly, they hit the line. Photo. Freemason or Northerly. Third Republic Lass, I'd say, from National Treasure Helenus, followed home by St Reems, and last to complete the course was Henderson Bay. Photo.
Unbelievable finish, unbelievable tactics. Darren Beatman, Patrick Payne, from the 1200 to the finish line. They had it between them. Patrick Payne in the yellow and black, the Cerise, Darren Beatman aboard Freemason. Which way's it gone? They've run 2:26.82. On the low angle, there is very little between them. And as mentioned, well, Richard Freedman down there with John Hawkes.
Johnny, have you got up?
I don't know.
I think you have.
I think so. But
I think you've got up. There's the picture.
We won.
You've got up. How does that feel?
Bloody good, actually.
Mate, you've defeated the Fighting Tiger.
Yeah, well, that's what it's all about, mate. It's we did it here a couple of years ago, and you know, as someone said, they couldn't win Karata Storm, so we've done it again today. So excellent.
Was that the plan, to go out and break him?
Well, you know, in my book, no, not really. I mean, it was, we wanted to ride our horse one way, and well, you know, why he took us on, I don't know. But anyway, that's his problem. But we were just too tough for him. Simple as that.
At any stage, did you think, I'm confident here, I reckon we can break Northerly?
No, mate. I was never that. I mean, it's sort of, you know, you just hope they can keep going when they're going like that. But I think everyone else thought they were going to come back. The only thing is they give them too big a start and they didn't come back.
I asked you before the race, did you think this horse might turn into a hurdler one day? Well, there's no way now, is there?
No, I don't think so, mate. He's been a great horse for us, absolute champion horse for us. Yeah. In the word, you know, and not champions in that, but mate, he's been doing it since he's a 2-year-old, and he continues to do it.
Well, John Hawkes, it's a great way to start the day, the big one to come, but you've done a fabulous job with this old horse. He looked tremendous in the yard.
Thanks, Richard.
John Hawkes.
Wow, amazing stuff. John Hawkes' horse Freemason has run a track record in upstaging the ruling Horse of the Year favourite Northerly. They've run the time of 2:26.82, home in 36.82. One of the most enthralling two-horse wars over the last 3 furlongs likely to be seen at Group 1 level in Sydney. Patrick Payne sooling his horse, and what you saw was a very, very tight finish. Darren Beatman, aggressive race riding, lands him the Group 1 BMW, beating home Northerly, and a big gap back to Republic Lass. 2:26.82, 2:26.82 is that winning time, and a course record, please note. So trifecta details listed on screen. Darren Beatman returns, and the son of Grand Lodge returns to the Group 1 winner's circle. And yet another winner of the Cerise after Octagonal won this race a couple of times a few years ago. And Darren salutes the crowd. Maybe even he didn't think he could upstage Northerly, but he gave it a great fight, and when he did on the line, a narrow decision. Oh, after that, we settle back into our chairs and warm up towards Cheltenham's fourth race on the card. Okay, Fred Kersley's with Richard Freedman.
Well, Fred, a big disappointment for you, but the horse, he never went down without a fight.
No, he certainly showed his true fighting spirit, but on the day, he's beaten by a better horse. He wasn't good enough today to beat Freemason. I thought credit to John Hooks and Freemason turned up in great order. Probably Freemason went better than I thought he would. The story of the race, I think, is the last 600, which is not as good as Northerly can do, and so probably the sting was taken out of him middle stages.
The riding tactics, he went up and he had a good crack at Freemason. It suited Freemason. He's only a one batter. Were they your tactics prior to the race?
No, to make the race honest, to try and take something out of Republic last, but I would have thought the middle section will prove to be his undoing. And I guess with hindsight, you're surprised of how tough Freemason was. You know, in his form down Melbourne, he wasn't that tough. But again, full credit to John Hawkes and Freemason.
Were you happy with Paddy's ride?
He wouldn't do the same thing again. I reckon he'd sit middle stages, but I'm not going to be blueing about that. You get one crack at it. We got beat. We got beat.
Okay, Fred, look, he's a fantastic horse. Where to from now?
Not quite sure. Have a good sleep. Think about it.
Okay, mate. Well done, Fred.
Okay, Richard Freedman with Fred Kersley, Bob Ingham and Bob Ingham's son John leading back Freemason after what is a surprise victory to many. And Darren Beedman will be going in to slip into the silks. The Group 1 Arrowfield Stud Stakes is the next race. And that track record, 2:26.82, beating the former track record of 2:26.87, Palos Verdes in 1997. Carpenter Edition held the race record. Home record tops of the Sky ratings ahead of No Deposit and Tickle My, then Tycoon Ruler, 4 from 1 and 6, and then number 10. The latest check of betting details. Home record is very short in tote betting. Tickle My for Jason Patton is well drawn from the 1,740 metre start. As You Would is the third pick. Okay, the 11 minutes of betting time. It's $10 for Tycoon Ruler. We go down from there to Consular, Russian Caravan, and the Mighty Lions, a $19 chance. Michelle Payne with the ride. Out of options is at much longer odds. Rainbows for me is a scratching. Let's hear what Darren Beedman's got to say.
He actually got in front of me coming to the corner, and my bloke, and then he just struggled to get past me. This bloke just doesn't know how to stop. He's a true heavyweight champion, this bloke.
He's a real fighter, so are you. Anyone who's seen this race today is going to remember it for a long time. Darren Beedman, congratulations.
There he is, Darren Beedman. Perhaps he didn't come here today expecting to win. He had that great association in this race with Octagonal, but he gets his chance this afternoon with Niello. So there he is, Freemason, and all we await is the scales report. Amazing stuff. Freemason from Northerly and Republic Lass in the Group 1 BMW. The next of our Group 1's the Arrowfield Stud Stakes. Then we come back here again for the Slipper in 2 races' time. Let's go to Cheltenham. This is the 4th race on the card and the first leg of the quadding.
Right, there's a delay here. Thor's Daughter. Look, I can't see it at the barrier, and I'm looking down towards the stabling area. And I think the horse might have returned there, Thor's Daughter. I just can't see it at the gates, and there's a few people looking down towards the stabling area. And there's a horse with a saddle. Yep, it's down there. Thor's Daughter, I can see it. Thor's Daughter undergoing some type of farrier attention, it appears. So back to Wall Studios until we're ready for race 4.
Okay, Hilton, keep us posted and we'll come back to you as soon as we can. Now, the jockeys are about to go over the scales. And as soon as we get that scales report, we'll let you know, and we get the replacement jockey organised at Cheltenham. A break, back with the first leg of the quaddie from there, and hopefully a scales report from Rosehill Gardens. On course, Fred Kersley being interviewed after, well, what was a shock to many, but a titanic 2-horse war. Freemason winning out, beating Northerly in track record time. Spine-tingling stuff, perhaps the photo not going the way of most expectations, but a race that will live firmly in our minds from Slipper Day 2003. This delay continues at Cheltenham Barraba Road.
She might be able to run
now, and beginning very slowly was Thor's Daughter. No speed pay keys. or Presidio. And first away from the inside was Bunna Bay, taken on by Isle of Gibraltar. Outback Lad showing speed from Barabba Road, and Cosmic Dude is making ground down the outside. Modor settles 2 behind that leading group, which is speeding along. Then La Melba, followed by Carlton Conquest. A length and a half to Carla Charm, La Boisselle Pay Keys, followed by Presidio and Thor's Daughter. They've got 900 metres to go. Isle of Gibraltar a neck in front of Barabba Road. Third, Cosmic Dude, and 3 wide. Outback Lad having a lovely run in the middle. Over on the inside came Bunna Bay, a length and a half Modor. 2 away Carlton Conquest. From La Melba, Carla Charm, then La Boisselle Pay Keys, Thor's Daughter and Presidio. By the 600 in the Envelope Specialists plate, and the leader is Isle of Gibraltar. About a neck in front. In second place on the outside, Barabba Road. Outback Lads 3 wide at the right time. It's being perfectly ridden. Cosmic Dude, here's Modor right to the outside of them. From Carlton Conquest, Bunna Bay at the 250. Isle of Gibraltar and Barabba Road. Outback Lads struggling to pick them up. Then Carlton Conquest and Modor down the outside, running on resolutely only. Barabba Road, Isle of Gibraltar. Now Modor's mowing them down. Barabba Road, Modor. Modor's levelled up on the outside. A good solid performance this. Modor comes away scored by a length. Second, Barabba Road. Third, maybe Carlton Conquest. A half head, Isle of Gibraltar. Outback Lad couldn't pick them up from Pay Keys. Thor's Daughter was a nice run, given that nothing made ground. Then La Boisselle, La Melba, Presidio, Carla Charm, Cosmic Dude had a tough run. Bunna Bay last in 1:21 and 51.
Things set pretty well here. Very open race, but Home Wrecker is the favourite. And the second favourite is Tickle My. She's been easy. Been support for Conchita at longer odds for this. As you would Tycoon Ruler, given little chances as well. And so too Russian Caravan, who's got a good pull in the weights. Now Gunner Matter on the move with Rose Archway out of options. Maguire, former Auckland Cup winner, and Leather Lane. Out of options comes up. Next along will be Gunner Matter for Michael Barlow. Rose Archway, former Oaks winner. 4 to move in. This favourite just gets all the favours, one would think, from where he's drawn. He's had the 2 runs back in. He's got a good soft track record. He's got a good record at this circuit. And an excellent run last time out, where he met and beat home many of these rivals that are in this event today. Gunner Matter is set with Maguire, so Leather Lane's going to come along and complete the lineup over on the outside. Race 5, the Riverdale Handicap, 1,740 metres, they're all in. They're set. They're ready to run. And away they go at the 1,700 metres, and Home Wrecker pinged away well on the inside. Tickle My jumped okay. She's going to steady back. Russian Caravan began very quickly and drives to the lead as they settle into stride. Tycoon Ruler goes to second from Gunner Matter, and there's Leather Lane on the improve from a bad barrier, followed by No Deposit, and 2 behind these then is Maguire. He's followed by Home Wrecker on the inside of Out of Options, and another couple of lengths away is As You Would. The Mighty Lions ahead away on the rails, being followed by Rose Archway. Tickle My's got back to third last, and behind her with 1,200 to go is Pentastic, and 2 to Conchita. It's Tycoon Ruler in front by a length and a half. Leather Lane is second. Russian Caravan on the rails in third. 1 to No Deposit, and they're followed by Gunner Matter, Maguire. Then Out of Options and Home Wrecker's about 8th on the fence. Being followed a length away then by As You Would, the Mighty Lions, Rose Archway. She's followed by Tickle My, Pentastic, and Conchita's last of all. 800 metres to go. Tycoon Ruler 3/4. Leather Lane second. Russian Caravan on the inside. Then No Deposit, Maguire, Gunner Matter. As they came towards the turn, next was Out of Options. Home Wrecker a little awkwardly placed on the rail, as now round the outside is As You Would starting a run from the Mighty Lions as they swing the corner. Conchita is one of the last. Into the straight now. Tycoon Ruler grabbed by Leather Lane. Wider out No Deposit and Maguire. And then As You Would wider, and Rose Archway coming deep. And Home Wrecker has got to run through the field and gets over the heels of the leader, and he's ready to let loose. 300 to go, and the favourite raced up, but here comes Pentastic right over on the outside with with a brilliant run. Home Wrecker being tackled by Pentastic, who's levelled up now. Pentastic drew a neck in front. Home Wrecker can't rally, and it's Pentastic. Pentastic beating Home Wrecker by a half length, as you would 3 lengths away third. Then Rose Archway, followed in by Out of Options and Maguire. The Mighty Lions Leather Lane, then Gunnermatter Tickle My. She was followed further back by Russian Caravan, No Deposit, and then Tycoon Ruler, and Concerta was last all of the way.
Second leg of the quaddie going the way of Pentastic, and it's returned $25 odd, beating the Hot Pot, Home Wrecker, as you would in third position. So 2, 4 and 8, Stephen Arnold and David Hall combined. Heading onto the track at Doomben, stakes races in the first leg of the quaddie, listed race, Mo Dore beating Barabba Road and Carlton Conquest. Now at Flemington we have a value bet also which applies at Doomben, 1902 238 238. Calls cost $4.40 higher pay and mobile phones. Well, the next of our Group 1s, Richard Freedman. Ribe comes into this race with good form, the Arrowfield Stud Stakes. She's won 3, they've all been at Moonee Valley. Is that an issue for you?
Well, she loves Moonee Valley and she does go very well there, but she has run good races at other tracks. I mean, I thought she should have won the CUNY at Flemington. She went down to Lash there, but she was a good thing beaten, so I don't think she's incapable of winning races at other tracks, and I think she'll be a very good chance.
Okay, there's the Sky ratings, 1 and 4 equal on top, ahead of 3 and 6. Pyrogram from the John Hawkes team is Oaks bound, but as John mentioned, the barrier draw is the concern. While Gay Waterhouse sends a couple of runners around here, Bumptuous and Shower of Roses.
Gay, how do you assess Shower of Roses and Bumptious?
But Shower of Roses is bred to be a 2-mile, and she will have no difficulty with the distance. Bumptious is probably the question mark, but she's got a heart as big as herself, and whatever she may lack in ability to stay the distance, she'll make it. I like both of them. Both are very different fillies, but I'm very happy with them going into the race.
Can you win your second Amy Golden Slipper this afternoon? You've got 4 live chances of doing it.
Very good chances. I can't split them. I know that sounds silly. Each of them are very different personalities, Joe. How Funny is very tenacious, and if you like the filly that beat her at Canterbury, you'd have to like How Funny because she's gone ahead since then. Hasna's done a treat, never really shows herself off much between races, but she does everything right in races. Shamika bounced into contention last week when she won the lead up to the Slipper, and she's a very, very tough filly with speed. And the last but not least is Secret Land. Ran terrific time at Kembla. All right, the form may not be the strongest around her down there, but all I can say is she ran the time, and she's got a lovely turn of foot.
What's the best chance?
Let the punters do that.
All right, good luck. And finally, Restless and Grand Army in the last today. Grand Army probably the better chance?
Yes, he is. He'll be a very short price favourite and deserves to be. A very exciting, big, strong horse. Restless is backing up from last week. Very honest horse, probably looking for a little further.
Good luck today.
Thanks, Joe.
Okay. Gay Waterhouse, and she's hoping to win her second Amy Golden Slipper. She's got 4 opportunities to do that today. Many good chances for the remainder of the program.
Looking to redeem himself from being beaten on Northerly.
Okay, let's head down to the mounting yard. That's Wayne Harris as we rejoin Ron Duffy.
Race 6, the Group 1 Arrowfield Stud Stakes. The numbers 4, 6, 8 and 7. Oh, gee, I'm wrapped in this Kiwi. Number 4, Bramble Rose. She's a New Zealand Oaks winner. She's got barrier 1. She looked terrific in the yard. I can't fault her at all. Looking for dangers. Bumptious, a little concerned about her at the 2,000 metres, but I see no pressure on up front here. Given an easy lead, I think she's got the turn of speed to out-sprint this lot. Best of the rest, number 8, Shower of Roses. Now, I come here to back her with confidence. She may have just lightened off a little. I'm a little concerned about this favourite. Best of the rest, Thurman, a lovely filly from Melbourne. She'll be charging home at the finish. 4 on top, Bramble Rose. Hardest to beat 6, which is Bumptious, and throw in 8, Shower of Roses.
Ron, this is a very important AJC Oaks trial. Richard, what took your eye in the mounting yard?
I thought Lash looked fantastic. I thought Bullabagazi looked well. Ribe looks well as she does, but the run will help Ribe as it always does. She big heavy filly. Hierogram looked fantastic. Bramble Rose, nothing wrong with her at all. So any one of those could win on looks. Thurman is quite a big filly, looks well. Shower of Roses, I agree with Ronnie. She's a wiry thing. She may be lightening off a little bit, and they might have accounted for her form down at Kembla, but we'll just have to wait and see. Raspberry Ripple is very, very fired up, and Sierra Dane's having a big sweat as well.
Our vast new viewing audience right throughout New Zealand on TAB Trackside will be paying close attention to both Raspberry Ripple and Bramble Rose, prepared by former Olympic gold medal winning equestrian Joe McKinnon, Mark Todd.
And I'm very excited to meet him for the first time this afternoon. Mark Todd, a champion eventing rider and now a very good trainer. A trainer of Bramble Rose, the New Zealand Oaks winner.
Yeah, she's her first season training, so we're very lucky to come up with a filly this good, and it's just a huge thrill to be over here in a race like this.
Well, since the New Zealand Oaks, she's had 2 starts and she won last start. What did you make of that effort over the mile?
Very pleased with her. She hurt herself about a month before that, and I thought she'd really need that run. So, we struck a heavy track, and she came through it really well, and we pressed on with plans to come here. So.
Well, this is a Group 1 race and you're taking on the best of what Australia's got to offer. Do you think she's capable of winning?
Well, I hope so. I think she'll improve with this run. It's very difficult to compare form from New Zealand to here. It'll be very interesting.
And I bet you're enjoying Golden Slipper Day, your first Sydney runner, and of all days to do it, a day like today where the vibe is extraordinary.
I know, it's tremendous. This is actually my first time on an Australian racecourse, so it's a huge thrill.
Okay, well, good luck this afternoon, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you have it, Mark Todd. You've met him now. He trains Bramble Rose, and she could well win this afternoon's Group 1 Arrowfield Stud Stakes.
The stories, Richard, about champion sports people, no matter what sport they're in, transferring to something else and hitting the Group 1 note is just remarkable. Mark Todd's story.
Well, anyone who's as good a horseman as Mark Todd, an Olympic gold medal winner in 3-day event, is an outstanding horseman, and that can be applied anywhere. If you want to take up training harness horses, I'm sure he'd be good at that too, but he'd be very thorough, he'd be very attentive, as all top horsemen are. There's no reason why when he learns the trade in thoroughbred racing he won't be an outstanding trainer, and he's come up with a good one to start with.
He's already a Group 1 winning trainer, a gold medal winning event rider. A break. We're on the countdown to the Arrowfield Stud Stakes. Rousing choir here at Rosehill Gardens. We've seen some spectacular racing, 2 Group 1s away and some other tremendous clashes as the fillies head towards the start for the running of this time-honoured Oaks lead-up race, the Arrowfield Stud Stakes. And there's a lot on the line for the breeding, the owning industry, and of course for you, the punter on course. Lashed has been very, very easy. Ribe got out, has come right back in betting. Bramble Rose with support. Hierogram got out, then was crunched back in. Bumptious is safe. And Shower of Roses got out a 1.5 back in, a full 1.5, and is very nice value, the tote. And they're the key ones. Take out the 2, but 1 down to 8 are the only ones wanted in betting. The rest are at very long odds. Let's link up with Ian Craig.
It is just in advance of number 1 Lashed. It is a very, very open affair. As they move in here at the 2,000 metres, race number 5 was the BMW, and a 2-horse race as it turned out over the last 1,000 metres. Freemason and Northerly, they went hammer and tong, and nothing could get near them. Freemason by a whisker from Northerly, Republic Lash 3rd, National Treasure a close 4th. Now moving in is Bumptious. Coming up to line now is Lashed, good sort of horse Lashed. A little bit of sweat on the neck of Lashed. And Lashed is coming forward now. Strong representation from Interstate here, and also Bramble Rose from New Zealand. All gold goes up. Here's Miss Bowie in the familiar Jeff and Beryl White colours coming forward. Moon Point is the next in. And we're just about ready. Yep, they look to be all there for the Arrowfield Stud Stakes. Over the 2,000 metres, Shower of Roses best backed. They'll soon be off.